Hello, my name is Brenda Yarnell and I'm the President and CEO of United Cerebral Palsy Land of Lincoln. Our primary offices are located in Springfield, Illinois. However, we provide services to people with disabilities throughout 27 counties of central Illinois. We have a budget of about $6 million and have a staff of 200. United Cerebral Palsy Land of Lincoln got started on our journey to excellence in the early 90s. We decided to seek accreditation through CARF before it was mandated by the state of Illinois, and in that process learned a lot about our organization. CARF helped us begin to look at our processes and how to be more efficient and effective in our services to people with disabilities. After we received our first CARF survey with no recommendations, we decided to take a look at what else might be out there to help the organization to do more. One of the ways that we learned in our process, actually through CARF in about 2003, was we heard about the Baldrige Foundation and the work that is done through the Baldrige Criteria for Excellence, and decided that that was a mechanism that really meshed with the vision and the purpose of United Cerebral Palsy, and that would give us a framework for how we could move forward. We knew from feedback from both our people we serve as well as our community that United Cerebral Palsy was a really good organization, and what we wanted to do was figure out a way to develop our infrastructure to be great. We had gone through a series of growth periods in the late 80s and early 90s where our residential and our vocational services received a lot of funding and some rapid expansion. But as any organization that has that kind of rapid growth, we knew that we needed to shore up our infrastructure. And as a result of both working with CARF and ultimately as we looked at the Baldrige criteria, we found a framework to help our organization to move forward to be even better. What the Baldrige criteria has done for us is it's helped us to really examine our processes. And what we did is we looked at focus groups, we sought input from the individuals we provide services to, we sought input from our stakeholders through a whole series of focus groups. The board of directors and the senior leadership took that information and began to do some strategic visioning for the organization. And that strategic visioning has been so important to our organization's current growth and success. What we have found is that we have been able to grow the organization at a time when many organizations have either stayed stagnant or have actually reduced their funds. We know that from our competitors that Baldrige has helped us have a 43% growth in the last 5 years as an organization. We were able to develop 2 businesses that are competitive. And why we think the Baldrige had an impact on that is it allowed us to develop processes for filtering and making decisions for the organization. And in those businesses, we have grown from, in FY06, we started one business that began to generate $23,000, and this year in FY09, we're projected that those same programs will develop $730,000 for the organization. Very thought out, very planned, very developed processes that help the organization to continue to move forward. We know from our learning about our competitors is that they have experienced, in the same time we've had a 43% growth, that they have either had a 6 to 9% growth, and one organization who's a main competitor of ours has even had a decrease in that funding. The board feels very strongly about the solid work of our organization, but we know that good planning and good thought and good visioning helps an organization to have that kind of planned growth. And we do a lot of credit toward our work in the Baldrige framework that helps us to succeed as an organization. It's very interesting to take a model that has been primarily developed for the business sector and to look at how that meshes with a nonprofit organization. We knew that there would be some challenges for us because we have followed pretty standard business practices for nonprofits, but as we looked at Baldrige, we knew that it was a stretch for us to be even stronger and better. A challenge for us is really a cultural shift. We know that we were a do-good social organization, social service organization, but what we wanted to do was to look at how we could succeed in the business sector and how we would operate as a business. And we believe that that challenge has really been incorporated as who we are now, and think that we are well on our path to even greater excellence and to even greater services for our constituency, who are people with disabilities here in Illinois. I can't begin to tell you how pleased the United Cerebral Palsy is to be the recipient of the Lincoln Bronze Award. It has meant an incredible amount of pride to our organization. We have been working on this process for 5 years, and to now be the recipient of that is so exciting for us. We're already planning on how we're going to submit for the Silver Award in about another 18 months. We know that this process, the Lincoln Award, is a stepping stone for a very bright and a very strong future for United Cerebral Palsy. So we are honored to be a part of and to be a recipient of the Lincoln Award.